Good morning and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. Some say that good swing trades just jump right out at you. You know when they happen. But I say you have to look around a little bit for them. Hunt them out. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes peeled. Let's take a look this morning and see what we can find to trade today. And remember, you must do your own due diligence. You must have a way to finding your stocks to trade. I have a list of all the MACD, RSI, and Stochastic RSI stocks, and others. Let's get started. All three indices ended up yesterday up. Microsoft is still dragging, and so is Tulsa, or Tesla. Apple and Google finally started coming around. Apple's got some good news lately. Visa, Bank of America card, some of these have reported this week. Lots of green here. Communication services, financial, consumer defense, all in the green. Healthcare, technology, on the low end of the pole. Amazon blowout. Let's take a look. So Amazon posted a $8 billion first quarter, along with Apple, Google, and Microsoft. Microsoft seems to be dragging a bit though. And then the more niche players like eBay and Pinterest have not done so well. And I believe both of those are good turnaround plays or for mean reversion plays in a few days. They'll come back. These are all good stocks. JD.com is going to be regulated. That's interesting. That's on my portfolio, JD.com. And it looks like they're going to be expecting a down day today. And the European economic zone looks like to be in a downfall. Europe not looking so good, according to this article. I like investing.com. You can go ahead and quickly capture the essence of the news, and the articles are easy to read. TipRanks also has a news category, and those articles are very easy to read. Caterpillar had a good quarter too. That's on my list. This is good news. I have NEO, and it's a losing trade. This morning I'm going to drill down to the 2 hour and look at the NASDAQ, the beginning of the NASDAQ. And the last 8 or 10, 12 hours, looked like there's no movement, but it's looked like it's trending down, and all three or four indices are showing a little red here. A good switch around. There's your rut. The rut's showing a little more red. Oh, this is clearly down in the last 8 to 10 hours, and that is your Dow, and so is the S&P 500. According to the articles I read, it looks like it'll be a down day. Now, each morning, you should have a routine to look at the news. I look at investing.com, TipRanks, CNBC, and I look at this guy. It's just the Kendall report. He's a very knowledgeable man, and he produces his report every morning early, like about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. It's early, and this is around 7:30, and this has already been out a couple hours. Anyway, this guy has a lot of experience, maybe 41 years, I think he says now, of experience. And he analyzes the strategic look at the market. I like the way he does it. He does it in his first 5 or 6 minutes of his video. So if you do nothing else, I would watch some of this perspective on the market in the first 5 or 6 minutes. And then he has a database of about 300 or 400 stocks that he tries to find some trends and indications and changes in his database in order to predict the market. You can do that, and you could do that with your own watch list. You can have a watch list of 100 stocks and watch how many are trending up, how many trending down. And as days go on and time goes on, you can see how that changes. And you do other slices as well. You know, how many singles you get with the RSI for your database and how that's changing. Lots of slices. Anyway, he does that with his WaveTech database. I sort of don't listen to all that, but I do listen to his first 5-10 minutes and get a strategic view. This man has a lot more experience than me, and I like his calm approach. So I would recommend putting him on your, I hate to say this, advisor list, but a mentor list, or because he's not an advisor. You have to do your own due diligence. I'm not an advisor. You're responsible. But you can still listen to random people from the internet and take advice, take it with a grain of salt, and then analyze it and put your own slant and your own fingerprint on it, and it's yours. It works out. I like this guide. Now let's take a look at my database and my singles and see what I can trade. Well, I have 242 stocks in my trading list, and these are stocks that I know a little bit about and know the names. That doesn't mean I know everything about them, but I do know what they are and what they do. And then before I make a trade, I analyze each of those further. Now, there's not so much I have to do with Coca-Cola, but some of the newer biotech stocks, I have to look at those and try to understand them. It's sometimes difficult. And then according to this, and I need to revise this, but there's about 77 stocks that trade well with the RSI, MACD 37, and I have 43 that I really particularly like. And then again, I have to run a new run on this, but it's just not too old. There's 61 stocks that stay true. If I get a single, they stay true for about 30 bars. That's good to know. If you get a buy single from that point on, it still stays. The price stays above that buy single. And then these are the current stocks. How many are trending up each day, and you can see that it's kind of fluctuating each day. And you can do bigger slices of this, but what it looks like to me is just basically mixed. And these are the stocks here that are trending up. You can stop the video and take a look. That's a list of trending up stocks. And these are the ones that are trending down according to my algorithm. This is easy to do. You can find stocks that are trading above its 50 moving average or below. That's not what I do though. I use a slope. Use the slope of the line for these. And for strong trending, I use a stronger line slope. And for long trending, I use a different slope. Different slopes for different folks. Recently, I put a Discord chat out there, and I've been putting some of my trades out there earlier. And I also have my trading list, and this is the current list that I'm looking at today, and a couple others. But anyway, this is my RSI. We have some RSIs today. We haven't had a lot lately. The MACD singles, and there is your NEO, and mine says go short, but I'm thinking that the news was good. So, and I'm holding it a long position that's losing. So maybe this is not so bad. Anyway, I didn't analyze it. I'm keeping my blinders on. And your stochastic RSI singles, there's plenty to choose from. And I put little check marks of what ones I'm going to look at today. And I'm going to go quickly. Anyway, you can find that listing out on my Discord chat. Well, the first stock I'd like to talk about is F5, and it gapped down, and I believe it's going to gap up until the gap over the next 25 days. So keep an eye on that. I believe the stock will get back up in this area, or even back to where it was trading. After the news and the panic, things get back to normal. And these gaps tend to be filled, especially to hit the low support. I think this is one that if you can wait 25 days, invest now or soon and wait 25 days, I think you'll have a winner in your hands. Yesterday I bought Cisco at 53, that's at 51.33. We'll see how it's doing. MACD says it was going up. Zigzag didn't know what it was doing here, and I think it's going to go up. Stochastic RSI has not made a swing. You always wait for it to come around, but it looks like when it's in this oversold condition, it will soon go and reverse itself. Anyway, I had faith in Costco and I bought it. I think it's a company that's going to be around. Analog devices. Is that support? Your 50% retracement. Target is 180. We don't like the MACD to be at the zero line. I do think this is a player. Do you? Would you play this stock long at this point? This is a mean reversion play, a Pepsi. We had a long bar yesterday. I don't know what it is this morning or even what it ended up at. But setting the RSI to 4, you see it went in this below its 20, which is a oversold condition. You have your 50% retracement of about 145. I'm going to try to buy it a little cheaper. 142.50. And if I get in, I think it's going to go up to 145 or 146. Pepsi, I'm not in, but I'm trying to buy it on the cheap. Gillette earnings, after hours. Well, this doesn't look good. Gains miss. I don't think that's good for earnings. 2 hour looks like it's going up. I wouldn't. I don't know. This is not. I wouldn't bet this one. So, yesterday when I did this yesterday afternoon, earnings were not reported yet. They don't look good. I don't know if I'd throw this one in the wastebasket. Throw this one in the trash. You have Viva here. You have Stoke RSI short. 50% retracement there. I guess I needed a cup of coffee on that line. Yeah, I think Viva is a good one for short for a little time. Viva is a strong stock, though. This is stock that I think is a player long for the future. Aaron's had a gap, and I believe this is a good stock to fade the gap. Last 2 days looked that way. When you have a gap over time, 10 days, 20 days, that gap tends to fill. And if you can predict where the stock is going, you can make a lot of money. Anybody can predict where the stock is heading, can make money. That's why everybody loses money. But to be successful, you have to kind of understand where it's going to be in about 10 to 15, 20 days. That's what you see. I always say 15, 20 days from now, it's going to be wherever. Okay? Because that way, if I know that and believe in my crystal ball, then I can make a bet based on that belief. Kind of like horse racing. You believe a horse is coming in, you make a bet the horse will come in, and then it does. I always love this stock. Again, it got a gap after earnings, and you can fade that gap. AECom, noise. This is not for me. Look at all these little. I don't like when it switches like that. Even though the MACD buy is below the last one is below the zero line, which I do like. I don't like this. This is not for me. Cincinnati Finance, small gap. This is a wait and see, but I tend to like Cincinnati Finance for long. So I don't think this is a short play. I don't think this is a fade. Let's see what tomorrow brings for this one. I like it for long, generally. This is Logitech. I did a video, and I believe it's a long. I believe it's going to reverse itself here, and I believe it'll get somewhere up here by the 18th of June, which is about 50 days. Did a video. Please catch that video. I believe it's going to have a $10 move. Dollar Tree. Zigzag doesn't know what it's doing, so we're assuming it's going to go in the other direction. This is a print here. 50% is about 117.50. Current traded at 115.50. $2 to go. MACD buy. I like this one. Buy this now, and you're probably going to get $2 per share. Like this one. Target. Good to go. MACD buy and a stochastic RSI buy. Zigzag. Probably going up. There's some room between the support and resistance. This is good to go. Target. Good for a buy. Another retailer. Try to buy this one on the cheap, but I do think it has some room to go. The stochastics is singling a buy. Try to buy this one on the cheap. Kroger. My wife likes the vegetables at Kroger. Zigzag down. Now it doesn't know what it's doing. I like that when it doesn't know, because every time else it knows exactly what it's doing. It's the perfect indicator because it repaints itself. Looks to the future. But right now it can't look to the future, so it has to wait. And so we can make a decision, and we're saying it's going to go up. You have a stochastic RSI buy. Zigzag is up, coming below the 20 and coming around. We like that. This is a buy, and I do believe this is a valid buy signal, like Kroger, like this vegetables. And the last one today is Take Two. You have an MACD buy. You have an RSI buy. The zigzag is probably pointing up. From this point on, it doesn't know what it's doing. If this bar would have kept on going down, this would have been a print, and it knows exactly what it's doing. But now it doesn't. There's some indirection, and that's when we take action. And even the regular RSI is pointing up. I definitely like this stock for a couple bucks. Well, that was my analysis. I've taken a look at several of them, and as you can see, Dollar Tree and several of the ones that are MACD buys are also in the stochastic buys. You can look at these stocks and do your own due diligence. This is the ones I looked at. And there's several on the list that you can maybe trade today, or what I'm going to trade. And I think that's the job of a morning analysis, is to come up with about a list of, after looking at about 20, 25 stocks quickly in the morning, that you come and develop a handwritten list on your pad next to your desk of about 5 to 10 stocks that you really want to trade. We definitely have done that today. Now, today's going to be a down day, I think, so it might be a buying opportunity for a lot of stocks, especially if you're optimistic for the future. Right now, there's a lot of stimulus money out there, and more coming, and so the future looks bright for the stock market at the moment, until we go to a recession, probably. But right now, people are spending money, so you might as well play it that way. I'm positive for the short term. I'm negative for the next 2 years, because I think we're going to have some real trouble. And after that, I'm positive for the decade, next 10 years. Very positive. Lots of changes will occur. I'm older, and I won't even know it. The world, it'll change so fast. The next 10 years will change more than all the years that I've been on Earth. Without rambling anymore, please do your own due diligence. You're a better trader than I. No one trades like you, and no one trades like me. Please like and subscribe to these videos. It will help me. We're growing, but it's growing slow. And I like the progress. Things are getting better. My Discord chat is better. My videos are getting a little better. My speaking voice is getting a little better. My trading is getting better, especially since I've received some peer review and found mistakes. Just everything is going well. Happy trading. Catch you on the flip.